Hi, I'm Catherine Blair, Programme Leader for Broadcast Journalism at Leeds Trinity University. Teaching through a pandemic was something none of us could have anticipated. It kind of caught us on the back foot back when we were forced to suddenly work from home back in March 2020. We've learned a lot since then. Here's how we did it. Yorkshire Voice is our television news programme, which during news days is broadcast live on Facebook at 4 in the afternoon. When lockdown forced us out of the TV studio, we had to come up with a new plan. Mark Willett, our senior technician in media services, quickly established a TV gallery in his spare room.
So we started off using a piece of software called OBS, which is freely available streaming software, and tried to use that as a vision mixer in place of the normal vision mixer and gallery facilities to bring all the elements of the show together. And the students would send me their packages in advance, and I would load them in along with the titles and any graphics that were needed and kind of cue them off in OBS. The trickiest part really was getting the students in as presenters, and originally I was cutting them out of cropping them out of a Teams image, which kind of worked. But soon I discovered that NDI technology is now integrating really well with Teams, so I could get a clean feed from anybody in a Teams meeting into OBS as a clean source and mix them in with the other elements of the programme. 30 seconds. I kept my mic out of the programme mix so that I could keep it in Teams as a talkback mic, so I was able to communicate with the students while the packages were running, let them know how much was left and count them into the next queue. 3, 2,
Martha Sanders, Yorkshire Voice.
Cue.
Martha Sanders with that report.
I then used NDI again to output the main programme from OBS to another device just to split the workload, and on that device ran a piece of software called StreamYard, which played the programme out on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
Initially, we tried using our Yorkshire Voice banner as a virtual background, but eventually settled on a shot of our TV studio itself.
Hello and welcome to Yorkshire Voice.
My own setup included getting a lot of kit myself, so I got some decent lights, a green screen. This was to help make the teaching experience a little more interesting. Our next experiment was in going live, using mobile phones and relying on 4G connection, and it worked amazingly well.
Now, I was going to be joined by my own dog today, but he decided that he'd rather sleep for a bit longer, which is a shame. But essentially why I'm here is because Purina have recently released a really interesting study about people's relationships with animals during lockdown.
We had live reports feeding into our programme from back gardens, from the banks of the River Humber, from a country park in Cambridgeshire, and even from the shores of Italy.
Many people's livelihoods are at stake. Until then, they're caro drono Yorkshire Boys.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Our remote classes take place live through Microsoft Teams. We've had to teach using videos, but we had access to our script writing software, ENPS, through remote access to the computers on campus. And students were able to download Adobe Premiere for free in order to edit. Instead of our usual larger cameras, students used their own mobile phones for filming and were reimbursed for the cost of the camera app Filmic Pro. They were sent tripods and lapel mics to use for filming too. To make the most of being remote, we made links internationally. We've partnered with Breda University in the Netherlands, and our students are pitching their news stories to each other and receiving feedback.
I'm Lydia O'Neill.
And I'm Olivia Townsley, also in Leeds.
And we've divided our second year TV class in half, with each producing a news programme. The best one will be put forward for Leeds Trinity's inclusion in the Global News Relay, which includes programmes from 10 universities across the world and will allow our student presenters to co-host with those in Hong Kong. So that's how we've managed to keep our TV journalism teaching going through lockdown. Many of those aspects are things that I'm sure will keep with us long after lockdown is over and we're back teaching face to face.